These are the 7 players with the highest win percentage in the Premier League with at least 200 appearances. In a sea of sky blue, the Serbian soldier Nemanja Vidić stands alone. No one was more dominant at the back than Vidić, and he is the only defender to have won the Premier League Player of the Season award more than once. Incredible in the air and a real battler on the ground, he was no stranger to conflict. This was a man who grew up in Serbia during the Yugoslav wars. His family lived in constant fear of bombings, and by the time he was a young teenager, Vidić faced the possibility of joining the war. Luckily, his ability on the pitch would change his fate, as footballers and students were not compelled to go to battle.
And it was really scary because, one day the people from the club came and said, you have to go home, it's going to be trouble in the next maybe 3-4 days. We cannot guarantee your safety, you have to go home. And that was really scary, but after 1 month, how crazy is that to say, but you learn to live with it, But still in your mind you have kind of, wow, how long is it going to take this to stop?
Amidst the conflict, he rose through the ranks at Red Star Belgrade, going from their academy all the way to captaining the first team. He scored 12 goals in 67 matches and ended his Red Star career on a high note by leading the club to a domestic double. A born leader and a goal threat, Spartak Moscow were desperate to sign him. The details of the deal were not revealed, but it was reported that Vidić became the most expensive defender in the Russian Premier League. 2 seasons of development in Russia followed, and it was now Manchester United that were after him, securing his services on the 25th of December 2005 for €10.5 million. Given the number 15, he was the Christmas gift that kept on giving, and over the following 8.5 seasons, Vidić delivered on every single penny that was spent on him. The first few months, however, were tough.
That was a nightmare. I remember the first trainings I was playing against Giggsy, Zaha, Rooney, Cristiano. I was kicking them all training, not because I wanted, because I couldn't catch them. And I remember I was arguing with the Giggsy after the 3 trainings. Pass the ball, you have to play faster. Man, come on, I can't move. I said to the Gaffer and Carlos, I need a pre-season. I'm not fit. I can't play.
The step up from the Russian Premier League to the English Premier League seemed like it might be too much. The physical and technical demands were extreme, but Vidić was never one to back down from a challenge, even if he was a scrawny 24-year-old at the time.
When I come to the dressing room, I don't see anyone. I say, hey, these guys, what are they doing? Training just finished like 10 minutes ago. And 1 week, 2nd week, 3rd week, I start to chase them through the corridors and to see what they're doing. I see Giggsy doing yoga, Rio doing the gym, always. Then I'm looking to the pitch, I see Cristiano Ronaldo doing the bicycles for the 2 pitches.
Wow.
Wayne Rooney doing the finishing. Everyone do something. And I look myself, I see my body, I see the real body. Remember my body Rio when I came?
He used to stand in the change room and go, look at me, man.
And so, bulking season began. He brought his standards up to those around him and flourished as a result. In his 2nd season at the club, having properly settled in, he formed one of the most deadly defensive partnerships in the world with Rio Ferdinand, and United won the league in 2006-07. Internationally, his record was impeccable, leading the way for the famous 4 Serbian defence that conceded only 1 goal in the 2006 FIFA World Cup qualification campaign. He was at his peak in the 2007-08 season, when alongside Ferdinand, he provided the base that springboarded Manchester United towards Premier League and Champions League victory. In the final of the Champions League, the pair locked down a prime Didier Drogba, and Vidić was even responsible for his sending off.
Who's been some of your most enjoyable and toughest battles you've played against?
I've always said, you and Vidić.
Vidić was now a European champion, but was still as stoic as ever.
My lips started going and I started to well up a little bit, and I remember Vidić just stood there and said, Rio, not here.
Due to his no-nonsense, tough tackling approach, many often saw Vidić as the less technically gifted of the pair, but make no mistake, he was still very composed with the ball at his feet. And with such a partnership being just a cog in the all-conquering Manchester United team under Sir Alex Ferguson, there's little surprise that Vidić would collect accolades and honours aplenty, both as part of United and individually. 5 Premier League titles and 3 League Cup victories are an outstanding domestic haul, Throw in the 2007-8 Champions League title and the FIFA Club World Cup triumph in the following December, and the set of medals is all but complete. Individually, Vidić was included in the FIFA Pro World 11 teams of 2009 and 2011, the PFA Team of the Year in 2006-7, 7-8, 8-9 and 10-11, and of course, he won the Premier League Player of the Year award in 2008-9 and 10-11. In the 2008-9 season, he emerged as the leader of the defence, starting every match in the league and helping United and Edwin van der Sar to a record 14 consecutive clean sheets. It was defensive dominance at its finest, as Vidić became one of the great defenders of the modern era.
You try and not make him angry, because he'll be after you.
He wants to win, and there's a burning desire to succeed.
He's not really the centre half who scores that many goals, but when he goes up for corners, he's going to throw his head at it. And
the ball's like a magnet on his head when he goes in the box.
He'll stick your head in there, what Brucey used to do. He's not afraid. He's got the courage to do that. Yeah, he's been terrific, lad. Fantastic centre half. To my mind, is the best centre half in the week.
But who did actually beat you in 1v1, Kyle?
And when I think of him as a footballer, I think of Nemanja puts his head where other players are scared to put their feet. That's Nemanja. I've seen him saving some balls, unbelievable. With corners against, for example, I'm always helping defending, and he's always close to me. And I've seen him time after time diving with his head forward to block a ball. And when I'm witnessing that, I'm just scared for him, like something bad happens for him. This is Nemanja, it's unbelievable. And the way he defends, the way he lives, is incredible. So I will miss him, Manchester United will miss him, but Inter can be very lucky.
Anymore.